Hey guys, Vick here and welcome to another review. Today we are looking at the Wismec RX200 Reuleaux mod. This is their budget version, if you like, of their DNA 200 Reuleaux mod. I got this sent on from eclearvape.co.uk. They've got it on their site in white and black. I've got it in black for $47.99. Which I think is an incredible price for what you're getting, but we'll come back to that once we've gone down low. I've showed you the basic functions, showed you the screen and the mod up close. Then we'll come back up top. I'll give you the pros and cons of this mod. See you in a second. Okay guys, here we are up close with the Reuleaux RX200 from Wismec. This is the packaging, very cool. You can see all the stuff there, available in black and white. The white is like, comes with like a tealy blue sort of thing. Tiffany bluey, tealy blue, I don't know. So inside the big box there is no mod, don't worry, that is here. We'll cover that in a second. Inside the packaging there is a very useful user guide. Does explain how to do it, quite good, cool pictures and stuff. And then at the bottom you have got your cable, which is for updating the firmware, which we'll talk about up top. Okay. So we'll put the box to one side. Here is the mod in action. Very, 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 very similar to the DNA 200 version of this mod. You've got vent holes at the bottom. You've got your input there for if you want to do a firmware update with micro USB. You've got your minus and plus buttons, and you've got your fire button here, nice clicky button there. And you've got some more holes here, presumably for venting, and there's a little logo here on top. If you put your finger down this groove here, you can sort of, takes a bit of doing, which is a good thing in my opinion. But you can sort of get the door off eventually, and you can see you've got your 3 batteries. Now I've got Samsung 25Rs in there, and I would recommend a battery of that ilk in a mod like this. So that is the door, you can pull those off. One thing to note here, they have slightly different connections. Let's have a look. Got slightly different connections here to the DNA ones. Apparently they don't need the reverse battery protection on this chip. So they don't need the additional piece that was there. That is what was causing a few problems with a few types of battery. So that's actually a positive of this one over the DNA 200. More batteries fit it. Put that back in. As you can see with the door, there is absolutely no play on this door at all. There's not really any gaps at all, and there is absolutely no play. That being said, Matt from Suck My Mod, in his review, he does show that there is a little bit of play on his mod, so maybe it's a bit pot luck on that. Something to bear in mind. If we take the crown off, we can see the 510 pin. Spring-loaded pin, absolutely no problems with it so far up to now. Really good. Yeah, no problems at all. It's also slightly inset, as you can see, which means I think tanks and RDAs do look really good on here, because they're slightly down in there, which is good. We'll put the tank back on like that. Loads of turns to get it in, but once it's in, it looks great and lovely and solid. And we'll turn it on. So 5 clicks to turn on. You can see I'm at 60 watts with a 0.25 stainless steel coil. Now I'm not in stainless steel mode, I just use wattage mode for stainless steel coils. I don't have a problem with that at all, but it does have stainless steel options. To scroll through those, 1, 2, 3, and you're in NI, 1, 2, 3, and you're in TI, 1, 2, 3, you're in stainless steel, and 1, 2, 3, you are back in wattage. Which is very good. If you are wanting to operate this bad boy in, say, nickel mode, and you want to, obviously to adjust temperature, you just go like that, up and down. But if you want to adjust the actual power, you need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it flips over, and at that point you can adjust your power. So that's something about when you press fire, it just goes back to as it was, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we are back on wattage mode as I was using it. So if you press fire, if you press minus and fire, it goes into stealth. As you can see, nothing goes on. Hold it again, and you are back out of stealth. If you hold these, not a lot going on. So that's the basic screen functions on there. The screen, have a good look at the screen. Obviously, it's not of the standard of the DNA 200 screen there. Worth bearing in mind, certainly. But that is one of a very few negatives with this mod. So we'll go back up top and we'll give it a good old reviewing. Okay guys, that was the RX200 up close. A lot of buzz around this mod, a lot of hype around this mod. People want to know, is it a lot worse than the DNA 200 in terms of the case, in terms of the buttons, and all that sort of stuff. 510. I don't feel there's any less quality in the way it's built and produced. This is an absolutely top quality made item. For the price, I'm really blown away by the quality of this item. In terms of the differences, really you've got your colour difference, the buttons more clicky, and the big difference is obviously that chip. Speaking of the chip, I mean the one major negative that I'm going to drop on this, and it's incredibly slight really if you think about it, the screen is just not as good as an evolved DNA 200 screen. I mean, that's it. That's all I can really say. The screen's just not as clear, not as cool looking, but the screen is absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. It's just not DNA 200 evolved screen. Other than that, it's hitting its 200 watts, it's hitting its TC, it's got firmware updates, so they're going to keep improving it. You can lock your ATI resistance, you can use it in nickel, titanium, stainless steel, so it's got all that going on. In terms of actually using the mod and how it feels and stuff, I'm really surprised how it doesn't feel. It's 3 18650s batteries in here. I thought it would feel massive in the hand, but it doesn't at all. And if I show you the Snowwolf 200 watt, it almost feels smaller than that in a lot of ways. It's more ergonomic in the hand. It's shorter. It's a bit wider, but it fits the hand. It gets lost in the hand. It's 3 18650s and it gets lost in the hand. It feels great. It's very weighty. It's very firm and feely in the hand. But I mean, it's got 3 18650 batteries in, so it's going to weigh a bit. It's going to be a bit of a chunk. And with that weight comes a real sturdiness when you put it down on something. You do not feel it's going to wobble over, especially with this big sort of, hexagonal base. It's really sturdy. It's a really nice desk mod in that respect. One thing of note is the updates. They've now started releasing firmware updates for this. Now I have updated my my mod, and basically you just go on their site, you download the pack, you extract it, you plug your you install the little application thing, you plug your mod in, and you do the little update. I think it was 1.07 the update that I did. What they're saying that update involves is some slight improvements to the TC algorithms, and they say that it's now more instant on firing. Some people have said that compared to the people that have got both are saying that the DNA fires a bit quicker when you press fire. But to be honest, I didn't really notice that until I updated the mod, and we're talking an absolute fraction of a second. It's not like the old school variable wattage mods. It's very slight. Another thing that has just got to be said, I mean, it's a no-brainer I guess, but it's just got to be remarked on. The battery life is incredible. It's truly incredible. This is about my 4th tank. This is about my 4th or 5th tank, and I'm halfway on the battery. And it's incredible. It really is incredible. It's so good. It's so good to know that you've got a mod that can last days, literally days. I reckon I can get 2 days. If I only vaped this, I reckon I could still get 2 days on this. So that's pretty immense in my opinion. Definitely worth saying. And the price, $47.99. I mean, if you get it from abroad, it'd be even cheaper. But $47.99 for a mod of this quality build and what it can do functionally. I think that's an incredible price. I think it's an absolute bargain. I think they've pulled a really clever move with this mod, releasing this mod as well as the DNA mod. I think it's genius. If I lost it, would I buy it again? Yes, absolutely. I would get another one tomorrow anyway, so I can have 2. You know what I mean? It's really good. It's a great mod. I'm really impressed with it. I love using it. 2 massive thumbs up from me. I really like it. If you've got any questions, if I missed anything, put it in the comments below and I will reply. I've been Vick, and I'll see you again really soon.